Welcome to Newsworthy Stories with Jacqueline Jimenez. I am so excited because Newsworthy Stories for the second year in a row has had the privilege of providing camera crews for the GovCon Giants Summit Contracting Connections. You know, GovCon Giants is that bridge between federal agencies and small businesses. And this year, while the cameras were rolling, I was rolling too. So here's a tiny look at what I was able to capture. Hundreds of professionals pouring into the historic Fontainebleau Hotel on Miami Beach for the GovCon Giants Summit Contracting Connections to talk about billion-dollar opportunities on the table. Eric Coffie, who is the CEO and founder of GovCon Giants, is on mission to be the bridge between federal agencies and small businesses. And this conference did just that.
I know that the people in this room that raise their hands and say they make money with me, they're going to reach back, they're going to give, they're going to help. I don't have to tell them that. I don't have to train them that. When you come into our groups, the first thing you say is, do you have a willingness to give to others?
Is the fact that this conference is different than many other conferences, okay? What Eric is doing here is not trying to showboat and highlight just the contracts that are out there and to tell you how many dollars are out there and how you can do this or that. He's actually teaching it.
So we are going to make this bigger, we're going to make it better, we're going to bring more people in here, we're going to bring more small businesses, we're going to help the industrial base. We've been doing so far, we think we've done a great job. We've trained over 7,000 small businesses, but we want to train even more small businesses, and we want to get people making money. We want people to leave with actual things that they can take back and put into their businesses and implement when they leave here so that they can next year come back and also raise their hand.
This year there was more people, there was more speakers, there was a lot more information that you could tell Eric and team took the lessons learned from last year and dug in even deeper on what these folks actually need to move their businesses on to the next stage of their life. So it's been amazing.
The Powerhouse panels filled with top-ranking leaders, CEOs, officers, and executives, giving attendees in the room unprecedented access and transparency.
You got the heavy hitters here on the panel today, I gotta tell you. And so I'm looking really, right? Yeah. I know a lot about the journey that you're on. And so today, Francine and I were talking last night and we said to ourselves, you know what? Yeah, how to do business with large federal agencies, but at the end of it, we're going to put real talk on it. So it's going to be how to do business with large federal agencies, real talk. Fair enough?
I'll be in DC the first week in December. You're going to help me out with the non-manufacturable waiver issue that I'm having right now with the Department of Veterans Affairs, so I thank you very much. My question is this. I would like for you to discuss with the audience here the importance of self-advocacy. When I say that, I mean responding to, not our advice, the Federal Register. Because the reason that we got caught short on that NMR is because we missed the announcement in the Federal Register, and so they terminated a whole class waiver. So Federal Register, self-advocacy, because it's more than just government contractor. We have to protect the business that we have. Thank you.
The breakout rooms giving experts an opportunity to take a deep dive into their agencies and in some cases offer personal invitations to upcoming events.
With the third largest industry being cybersecurity and AI, you cannot afford not to know what's happening in your backyard. We are planning to do something in Gainesville, Florida, where you see this live. Both 1,000 firms, you're going to get to touch it, you're going to see the labs, you're going to see how it operates. Coffee's actually going to run the event. So a lot of you that are already on here, he has got you covered.
One of the main highlights, speed networking and matchmaking appointments. This opportunity giving attendees a chance to not only meet with the experts, but network, engage, and build business relationships with one another. Even if you miss this event, GovCon Giants is available all year round. Go to govcongiants.com and get involved today.
mission with GovCon Giants started back in 2020. Our company received an 8A certification, and when we got that certification, I was looking around for how do I utilize it? And that's where I found Eric Coffie and GovCon Giants. So I started watching the podcasts back in 2020, and after I watched about 10 of them, I reached out to Eric and said,
so much. I've got out of my shyness and everything, but we have a federal help center that teaches us everything that you need to know. And that's what I need to start doing to learn more about the government and how I can do my homework, like they said.
Now, again, that was just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, GovCon Giants, they had a round table, a VIP with generals from Washington. They also had a yacht event, with other VIPs as well. And so there's so much more that's going to come out of the GovCon Giants Contracting Connections Summit that you're going to want to see. So you're going to need to follow GovCon Giants. That's what I recommend. Go to their website, govcongiants.com, and really keep up with, what actually came out of the summit. There were breakout rooms, interviews, hearing from the different panels. You're going to get that from govcongiants.com and just following them on their YouTube channel, LinkedIn, Facebook, look for all their platforms because that's where you're going to find the best information as to what came out of that GovCon Giants Contracting Connections. They are your place to go. And I tell you what, most businesses aren't even thinking about, connecting with the federal agency. Do a little research. See what it is that's required, because usually that's that fear of the unknown that keeps you from even trying. I strongly recommend that you at least go on the website, see what they do, because you really need GovCon Giants to explain all the acronyms that the federal government uses. And that's one of the, great things that they do is they educate you so that you can speak federal, And I really love that about the GovCon Giants. They just did an amazing job. Another big story I'm following is that Carter Bonas, the teenage CEO of Spectrum Golf, is launching his first new book, and you can already order it. He's going to launch it next year officially, but right now it's on sale, and you get a discounted offer if you buy it now. He's going to launch it during his second annual Autism Awareness Golf Tournament, generally in April. So get ready for that. You can go to carterspectrumgolf.com to learn more, get that book. But I also want to tell you that K-12 Virtual School is going to be his signature sponsor again. And this is the story that they released on him just recently.
My golf career has grown a lot over the past 3 years. I love it because I get to be in nature and I just get to go at my own pace.
So a friend of mine took Carter out one day and just said, "Here, take my golf club and hit some balls." And he loved it. One of the biggest myths is that children with autism don't want friends, don't want to be around people. That's not true. He found out that golf was the most expensive sport and that most kids don't have access to it because they can't afford it.
So I started Carter Spectrum Golf. I give free golf lessons to youth and veterans who wouldn't have the ability or access to play golf.
Since K-12, Carter is doing awesome. He loves that K-12 allows him to go play golf after school, fill orders for his merchandise.
There's not as much distractions. I don't have to sit at my desk all day. I just get to go at my own pace, which is amazing.
K-12 has been instrumental in setting Carter up to be successful for the future. He's a motivational speaker. His ambition or passion is to travel around the world, speaking to kids, speaking in schools, sharing his story.
I want to go to as many places as possible, and I just want to inspire as many people as I can.
Make sure to pick up Carter's book at carterspectrumgolf.com. Now, speaking of entrepreneurs, I was sharing last week about the AMPS Institute in partnership with the USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service holding their AMPS Institute retreat in Alabama, getting news coverage from NBC. Well, today, here's another look at some of what happened in Alabama. NBC News Channel 12 coming out to cover AMPS Institute's Youth Entrepreneurship Retreat and Pitch Competition in Montgomery, Alabama. It's a partnership between James AMPS of AMPS International and the USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service.
Y'all to ask any questions you may have, so yes.
What other challenges y'all have under like?
The idea is to generate interest in the field of agriculture and conservation through hands-on experiences. With the agency's help, it's free for high school and college-age participants.
The hands-on experience, the field trips, absolutely amazing. I recommend that every child in Alabama at least try to get out there inside their homes, get in their communities, and figure out what it is that you want to do and go to people that can help you achieve your dream.
For some 30 hours, students receiving entrepreneurial insight from experts on how to relate just about any industry to agriculture and conservation. This retreat opening the eyes of students on how to build a business to support the industry and the opportunities that exist within the federal agency.
Dealing with your mindset, dealing with solving problems, that's what you're going to be doing the next 3 days, is trying to understand in agriculture, in conservation, is there something I can solve a problem with? Once you figure out how to help somebody in their challenges solve an issue, you can become well.
So about our program, so we offer paid internships. So I started off as a STEP intern, which means that I'll intern for a certain amount of years, and once I graduated, I had a full-time position waiting for me. So now it's called Pathway.
For the last 2 years, the incredibly successful AMPS Institute retreats have been held in the U.S. Virgin Islands and parts of the Caribbean. Former participants from St. Croix, St. Thomas, and Puerto Rico all flown into Alabama to be ambassadors on this retreat. But none of these retreats would be possible without the help of Chief Terry Cosby of the USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service and his counterpart Vivian Dixon, who have been instrumental in securing tens of thousands of dollars so students can participate for free. The state of Alabama showing its support by contributing thousands of dollars to increase the prize earnings for the pitch competition, as well as providing the judges.
You are building a business and there are countless problems. When you look at it from that point of view, when you're solving problems, you're increasing your value for people paying for that value you're bringing. So I'm excited to be part of the sponsorship and having you all here, but I'm looking more forward to hearing what you all see in your experiences.
The participants getting an opportunity to visit a bee farm, a cotton and cattle farm, and a water bottling plant that has a water well on its property.
This is what the bottle looks like before it starts. It heats this preform up and stretches it and blows the bottle. This is all automated. This is all automated and run by itself.
With their newfound knowledge in tow, the students broke up into 5 teams to prepare for their pitch, which includes a moment of meditation at midnight.
Move your body, get it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn it over to Juan Casimiro, who will begin this competition.
one thing that keeps a lot of young people and adults from starting a business is fear. And what does fear stand for? False evidence appearing real. A lot of us get stuck that way. Most of us. In fact, only 5% of the population are entrepreneurs.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are Agritech Oasis.
Each team sharing their business plan, while others chose the path of starting a nonprofit. The groups sharing their purpose and competitive edge.
So you may be asking yourself, what is Bears Need? We are a local and caring skincare company where we aim to put you, our consumers, and our farmers first.
Some groups creating commercials to get their message across.
Farms, your local farm just a click away.
While others share sketches of their work. In the end, Bear Skincare came out on top.
So pleased that we participated in the AMS Institute Business Case Competition. I think it allows our students to demonstrate their critical thinking skills, their innovative skills, things that we talk about in the College of Business. I'm very proud of them. I can't wait until you guys come back so that we can participate again. Please keep Alabama State University in your docket, so whenever you return, we can also participate. Thank you so much, AMS Institute. My students will say Alabama State or ASU or whatever it is you want to say.
Yeah, State!
Thank you, we appreciate it.
Wow, so much going on and so much more to come. So keep following Newsworthy Stories with Jacqueline Jimenez and at Newsworthy Stories on all my social media platforms just to see what else is happening because so much more is coming. Thanks for watching Newsworthy Stories with Jacqueline Jimenez. I'll see you next week.